Hello, thank you for joining in, tuning in to share with us your presence so we can share some great information to you. Today, we have a special treat. We have Mr. Larry Ellis with JMAX Realty. Today, he's going to be sharing investment banking, along with credit repair. He's going to share a wealth of information from you. And we're very pleased and honored that he has taken time to come here and share with us to help provide you with an array of knowledge. Please sit back, relax, get you something cool to drink, and I want you to take in this great information from Mr. Larry Ellis with JMAX Realty. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Larry Ellis and this is my wife, Golden Ellis, and we're with JMAX Enterprises, real estate, credit, taxes, but we're here to talk a little bit about credit. And so credit is so important. Would you say?
Yes.
It's very, very important. What we always explain to anyone we sit down and talk with, your credit is a report card of how you pay your bills. That's the best way to break it down. Cash is king, but credit is power, okay? So your credit report is simply an indicator to a lender of how you pay your bills, and that's how they determine how much they're going to qualify you for in most cases, and also your interest rates, okay? Credit is so important because someone with a 740 credit score versus someone with a 620 credit score, same item, same car, whatever the item is going to make a huge difference in that interest rate. And of course, the interest rate is going to make a big difference on the payment and the cost of that loan. Will you say? Okay. Having good credit, baby, how has credit and your understanding of credit, how has it changed your life and our life? Can you tell the people how's credit?
Well, we know it makes a big difference, and also your credit, it tells how you live, how you're gonna pay your bills, if they're gonna loan to you. Most people with good credit don't even ask for check stubs, nothing. So credit is very, 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 very important.
But furthermore, for the viewers, I want you to tell them, let's make it personal. How has it changed our life? How has it changed your life, credit? Having good credit, how has it changed our life?
We're able to have that, to live that lifestyle people kind of dream of. We ain't made it all the way there yet, but you're able to do what you want to do with no limit, no worries.
Okay. So if you had to say the number one thing when you sit down, what's the number, if someone's coming to you and they say, okay, Golden, what's the number one thing I need to do once I get my credit? What's the number one thing I need to do to maintain good credit? What's the first thing I have to do? And I have to do it, without ceasing. What do I have to do to maintain credit? Pay your bills on time.
Pay your bills on time.
Okay. And that sounds simple, but it's so hard for people to grasp, especially African Americans, is on how credit works, because we weren't taught how credit worked. Most people in the last 3 generations, we were taught go to work, go to school, get a degree, go to work, make money. We weren't taught how to manage our money and how to let credit works for you. Okay, it's not about your race. It's not about black or white. It's not about male or female. It's about your credit score. So your name could be Bonquisha, but if you go to that bank and you have a 750 credit score, I guarantee you're going to get approved. Okay, so the first thing that she said is so important. We always tell people is you got to pay on time. You got to pay on time, and in most cases you have to pay before time. I was bad about that for a good while. I was just bad about that, and I wasn't the only one. I paid like when it was turned off, or when it was, when I got the cutoff notice. So we got to kind of reverse that. We have to pay ahead of time. You are not penalizing for paying your credit on time. One of the biggest things we always teach customers, I know you talk about, is that you want a track record of you paying your bills. So if you get that credit card, or you get the furniture that you financed, or whatever you're financing, you don't want to pay it off early, right? You want to make sure you have a record of paying for it. So if you go finance some furniture, make sure you pay it, and you financed it, pay it out at least for 6 months. That way you have a track record of paying it. If you have a credit card and your limit is $500, right? What's the most I should spend on it per month? Don't go over 30%. So $500, don't go over 150, right? And then how much should we pay it down to every month?
$10, $15.
Hey, right there, we didn't. I'm telling you, that is a golden nugget right there. Golden nugget from Golden. Make sure you don't pay it to zero, because when you pay it to zero, basically it's no record of you paying it. So you want a track record of paying it every month. So you got a $500 card. We say up to 120, but you can spend 70, you can spend 50. Make sure you pay it down to $10 to $15. That right there alone will increase your score every month. Okay. Another thing is that we want to talk about is credit cards versus charge cards, right? Which one is better?
Credit card.
A credit card. Okay, most people confuse credit cards and charge cards. If you go to dealers department stores, if you go to JCPenney's, any of the department stores, if you go to Kay's Jewelers, those are considered charge cards. If you get a MasterCard from Capital One, you get a card from Discover, American Express, any of those are credit cards. So credit cards are considered revolving credit, as is charge card. But the credit cards, even if it's a $300 limit, that credit card is going to be the segue of you having that high credit score. The charge card really didn't help you. And of course, every time you go to the store, yeah, it hurt you. Yeah, that's true. So every time you go to and you want to get that 15% off at JMAX, you go to Sam's Club or you go to Best Buy. Trust me, I've been there. It's so enticing to get that 15% off, but it really hurts your credit. We looked at a client the other day. Wasn't a 700, nothing bad on her credit score, but she had maybe 25 credit cards and about 15 of them were charge cards, and those charge cards was hurting her because she had so many of them. So that was something so simple. It's not what's not on your credit report. It's what's on your credit report. And in her case, it was charge credit cards as opposed to credit cards. So the biggest difference, we tell people, the biggest mistake that I myself and most business owners have made is when you're starting a business, most people use their personal credit for business credit, and that's the biggest mistake. But not anymore. There's some help, right? So we have LNG Enterprises, which is my wife and our baby, which we show people how to build business credit, how we set you up to get funding, help you write your business plan, all of that good stuff. That's LNG Enterprises, 318-210-6277. We're so excited about that, because when you're starting your business, the first thing you want to do before you do anything, before you even talk about money, before you go to the bank, is to write your business plan down. Write your business plan down. In the world of, if you don't know how to write it, just go ahead on and Google a business plan. There's so many different types of business plans that you can look up on Google, and that'll kind of get you started from there. Once you get started from there, then you want to start actually building your business credit. Most small business owners, they start thinking about business credit after they have wrecked their personal credit. And that's kind of working backwards. Wouldn't you say? Okay. You always want to start with your business credit first. The first thing that you can start, which is one of the easiest things to do, is get your EIN number from the IRS. It's very easy to do. If you need some help, hey, we're here and we can help you out. But you want to get your EIN number so you can start building your business credit. And just like your personal credit, you start by getting little small things and you start paying it over time. That's how you build your business credit, okay? And so when you go to finance, they can see that, I don't know, Larry Turkey Legs, whatever it is, whatever your business is, they can see when they pull you up, they can see that you've been paying, whatever it is. So if you are a printer, find you a printer supplier and go ahead on and get them, make sure you're paying every month. If you have a t-shirt business, find the t-shirt supplier and make sure you have an account with them and you pay it every month. Okay, it's that simple. And after you do that, you go ahead on and develop your business will have a business credit score, just like you have a personal credit score with Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. Now your business have a credit score, and they can lend your business. Now, what's the benefits that I didn't think about, but I know you can tell our viewers, what's the benefit of having business credit versus your personal credit?
You're not running your personal credit.
That's is that simple. It's that simple. You're not running your personal credit. So now that you go and you have your business, you have your LLC, now all of this stuff that you're financing, my wife is right. It's not on your personal credit. So it's not hurting you that it's on your business credit, which is separate. So now you go to finance anything, your utilization is very low because it's not showing on your personal credit. It's on your business credit. It's just that simple. Okay, and so I want you to tell your viewers why it's important for them to develop a relationship with the bank for their personal and also for their business, and why it's how important that is to have, and their taxes, right?
Well, for one, now that we're in a pandemic and people getting the PPP loans and all of this, so now you can look at it, people file their taxes with the business, but they write everything off. So now you see why people really not getting that much and don't write everything off. It pays off in the long run because what you're bringing in, that's going to be what the bank is looking at. So if you're saying that you made $800,000 a year, but you're writing off $750,000, it's really like you're only making $50,000 a year. So you need to look at that on your taxes also, because people, you like, oh, I don't want to pay back, but it pays off in the long run. So you're trying to go, oh, I want to buy a building, but the bank gonna look at, well, you only grossing $50,000 a year. How you gonna pay for it? So you need to think about that also before you do it. And banking, open up a business checking account, savings account, lines of credit, everything with that business, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
That's true, because it's all about one thing that we talk about. It's all about a what trail?
Paper trail.
It's all about a paper trail. So, folks, you know, a lot of business owners, and even on a personal level, but especially business owners and personal, we pay cash for things. Well, when you pay cash for things, there's no record of it. And so when you have that paper trail and you have that strong bank presence, a lot of times you have a strong presence. I know we've seen this too. A lot of times they won't even look at your credit if you have a good banking relationship with that bank. That's what they'll look at. So they see your deposits are going there. That bank a lot of times will approve you just on the strength of your banking. So that's so important. I love how you talk about the taxes, man. We will write off everything, and that is really bad because they're looking at you're the tax person. What they call adjusted income?
Yeah, adjusted gross income.
Your adjusted gross income. Is that AGI? See, I don't know much about taxes, but that's what they're looking at. They're looking at your AGI because they're looking at, they're not looking at your gross. They're looking about what you made. And so if you wrote off everything, why would the bank even give you a loan? Right? So a lot of times, I'm not telling you how to do your taxes, but you want to show that you made some money. You just don't want to show that you lost, because when you sit down with that banker, why would I give you a loan if you just lost everything that year? Like you didn't have any profit. So that's really not smart. I love how you just talked about that. Personal level, I've been there. When I met my wife, we're making this personal. She was great. I mean, she really hadn't financed much. I financed a lot, made a lot of stupid mistakes. But the one thing I always tell people is that credit has changed my life. It has changed my wife's life. It's changed our life together. If you understand and you can wrap your head around how credit works, it will change your life. It's never too late to start over with your credit. The biggest thing, if you don't come to JMAX, if you don't talk to LNG Enterprise, the biggest thing you can do to look at your credit is go to Experian.com or go to creditchecktotal.com. It's probably one of the most accurate credit monitoring services that you could use. The biggest thing starting is for you to pull your credit and see what's on there. That's the biggest thing. I know I was scared for a long time, and so many of the people watching this you were scared. You're scared to look at your credit because you feel defeated. don't feel defeated. Pull your credit, see what's on there, and come up with a plan. One thing we talk about, and I know is your motto, and I've stolen it, is that if you don't take care of your business, it'll take care of you. If you don't take care of your business, it's going to take care of you. So I always tell people, you need to know your credit score. You need to know what's going on with your business. It needs to be secondhand. The same way you wake up every morning, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you shower. That's the way we need to be. We need to be that aggressive when it comes to our credit. Okay, so make sure the biggest thing you can do is just start. The biggest thing is start. Pull your credit, come up with a plan, get you a folder, get you some, get you a little binder or so, and come up with a plan. And I promise you, once you do that, the rest is history.